right, guys, we're back with episode 7. Andrew, how are you doing today?
Good. I'm actually awake.
Good.
Like, I'm not tired, so it feels very good.
You got a lot of sleep last night, huh?
I don't remember what time I went to bed.
But you feel rested. That's the main
I feel
thing.
very rested.
That's good.
Yeah.
Hey, Zack.
You? Oh, go ahead.
Thank you. Zack, how you
I'm
been?
great. I got older yesterday by a year.
Oh, that's right.
2 by a day.
Wow, you're stealing my thunder already.
How was your birthday, Zack?
It was very good. I had a massive feast, ate way too much, probably gained at least 30 pounds.
Yeah?
And, I watched Bohemian Rhapsody. That's what else I did.
Nice. What did you think of it?
It was interesting. Mm-hmm. It probably wasn't the best movie I've ever seen, but it wasn't bad.
That's good. So you guys go all out on birthdays, or you kind of just do like tiny little family things and that's it?
So we do like tiny little family things, but with like, at first it's just immediate family, then once with each side of the family.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a pretty big celebration for a birthday.
Yeah, but it's really tiring. So I generally don't like my birthday.
Did you do all that in one day?
No. That's tomorrow is the rest of it.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang. Wow. You gonna get tired of that, or you're just like, another year? Cool.
I got tired of it a long time ago, and now it's kind of just like, all right, let's just get it over with.
Wow, that's cool that you guys do that, though. I don't know a lot of people, like families, that actually do that.
Yeah, no, we're all very close.
That's pretty
whether
cool.
you like it or not.
Oh.
How about you, Mike? How you been?
I'm good. Yesterday I had lasagna, which I have to say,
The runs? Oh,
no,
lasagna.
In that moment,
My bad.
I liked lasagna more than enchiladas. Which that was one of our original debates, right?
Let me ask you this: what kind of lasagna was it? Like, where was it from?
Lasagna.
Where was it from?
Homemade.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the best kind of lasagna.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're so lucky. I'm jealous now.
I should have brought you some.
You should have. Why didn't you?
I didn't think about you.
It's just a little too
It's not on my
selfish.
mind.
Not thinking about me, huh?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow, I see how it is.
Wait a second. I was hoping Andrew would be backing me up on the enchilada side, but I realized he hates Mexican food.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. I like it. But being
not your
Mexican means
favorite.
you get it a lot. So.
Yeah.
But your taste for it, like going out, you're like absolutely no Mexican, right?
No, I'll do it, but most of the time, no.
So you are
Once in
team,
a blue moon.
you are team enchilada, Zach? Over
Yes, I
lasagna?
am.
I'm team lasagna.
Team lasagna for sure.
Oh, man.
I think I converted last night. Maybe I'll go back again. I don't
You
know.
better.
Uh,
I don't know, man. Lasagna is so delicious. Once you accept lasagna being amazing,
Maybe it's the white half of me. I really love Mexican food. It's
maybe too.
great.
Yeah. So Andrew, because the Mexican food you get at restaurants, you don't typically get at your home. So why is that such a big thing for you?
I don't know.
You don't know?
It bothers me too, just as much.
Really?
Yeah, no, actually, no. I enjoy the other food that I get so much more. So it's like, I made the right choice.
Okay, because I was wondering,
Right,
because
Zach?
I don't know a lot of families that will go out of their way to make these like, classic freaking Mexican dishes. They only mainly like tacos, enchiladas maybe, but it's different from a restaurant and home.
Yeah, that's usually the reason why I usually don't get it. Because since we have it here so often, and I like it, it's very good, why would I go somewhere else where it's most likely not as good? And then there have been occasions where it's terrible. Like, it's so bad that I can't even.
But that's when
put
you
to
can
words.
like try other foods and stuff.
I guess, but other foods, meaning outside of Mexican food, interest me more.
you prefer like cheeseburgers and stuff over like Mexican food,
Yeah.
though, right?
100%.
How do you have faith like in
100%.
going to some place like you just like think it's gonna be good, but like Mexican food, it's kind of risky, right?
Yeah, I think, Mexican food requires more craftsmanship and there's more technique into making Mexican food instead of cheeseburgers, because cheeseburgers is really the main thing you could the person making it can really fuck up is just cooking the patty. Other than that, the only thing you can really mess up is what you actually put on it, but at that point it's not really the person who's making it fault. It's just that style of burger that you order. So there's not really much. I don't know. It's really hard to miss.
I've seen
on
you
making
be
a
very
burger.
upset over burgers not prepared right.
Oh yeah, I have pretty high standards for my burgers.
Well, that happened when we went out to lunch on Tuesday, and I got a burger
Oh yeah.
at a restaurant.
I wasn't here
Just leave
for
it
this,
at that. Yeah, Michael wasn't there because he was lame.
Oh. It was my one day.
They burnt my burger to hell. Like, oh my lord! Like it was just charcoal. Like
But you finished that burger though.
I did, but like I couldn't savor it. Like
That's true.
a burger is supposed to be a joyous thing. It's supposed to be amazing. I should feel amazing and also dying inside after eating that. I was just dying. I didn't feel amazing.
Oh my god.
Did you get some degree burns on your tongue?
No, it wasn't hot. So like it was like that was kind of the weird part. It was burnt, but it wasn't warm.
This is interesting.
You
So-
guys ever like burn your mouth so hard like your taste buds are like singed for like the rest of the day?
No,
Yeah.
I wait for my
Not
food
from
to cool
food,
down.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
usually from
Michael's
like,
smart. Smart
drinks
about that.
like coffee or whatever, like cafe drink I usually get. From
But that
somewhere.
happens often to you or no?
No.
Yeah, sometimes I'll go in it way too soon and I'll singe half my tongue. The rest of the day, it's like, this
Oh yeah, like
sucks.
when we got pizza that one day, like they just gave it to us, and you
But it
pulled
wasn't
it out
hot
of the
though.
box
My
and
my
you-
tongue was completely fine then.
Oh, mine was.
Oh, you're the
degree-
one who burned your tongue.
Yeah, you burned your
Idiot.
tongue. I remember.
I did burn my
As soon as
tongue.
you took a bite, it's hot.
It was very hot.
You didn't spit it out though. That's good.
No, I had to keep eating it. It was
No,
already
no,
in there.
definitely not. Yeah, don't
Might as
spit
well just
that
go
out.
all the way.
Yeah, definitely not. I'm glad
What's
you
up,
did
Zack?
that.
Just burned all the way down, all the way to the stomach.
What'd you guys eat for your birthday though?
I wanted tri-tip, and I also wanted a wonton food. I know wonton is technically just like the wrap, so I don't know exactly how to describe it. It's like pork butt and fried wonton. And it's really good. I had that with some tri-tip and some mashed potatoes, and it
Nice.
was delicious. And I ate way too much.
That's always
Sounds good though.
That's always the thing. Yeah,
So delicious.
there's nothing wrong with that. It's your birthday, man.
I know.
Ben.
Are we just gonna make this a whole show of mocking me, Andrew?
I'm
You've
up
been
for
doing that to him your whole life.
Yeah.
What are you
That's
talking about?
I get that during this thing and after this thing.
We're gonna be talking about Spider-Man now, because that was one of the topics. Was that you, Mike, that brought it up?
Who's Spider-Man?
Brought it up.
Did you bring up Spider-Man
That
in the
is true.
notes?
Yeah.
Thank
Oh,
you,
is that
Zach,
you?
for reminding me.
Yeah, because
Well, you tweeted about it.
I did.
Alex
Yeah,
tweets?
I do tweet. You should check
yeah.
it out. I tweet all
I
the
don't know.
time.
Sometimes I just scroll past it.
Of course you do.
I don't know.
Why don't you just block me?
I don't know. Too lazy. I do read your tweets, but this one in particular, I think I just missed. Oh wait, is this the stupid voting thing for Spider-Man or whatever?
Yes.
Okay, I did see that.
You did
I thought you were
see-
talking about something else.
And I voted for Team Tobey Maguire. For sure.
Yeah, I would have too.
Only because I think that Tobey Maguire, he captured the innocence that I see in Spider-Man, and not in just his character, but I feel like the movies, especially those movies, he really has to make sure that he's doing the right thing or he's going to pay for his consequences. Everything in that first movie, he is met up with either he did the right thing or he did the wrong thing, thinking that he was going to do the right thing. And I feel like that's a major part of Spider-Man's character. You know, he was created as a normal guy, not a normal guy, but like he has morals and stuff, and he has to pay for his actions. And I think in that movie, rather than like Tom Holland's movie, it kind of graces over the paying for your actions more so, because every time they do like a tense moment, there's like a joke thrown in, like, oh man, it's okay, you know, just do it better next time.
Doesn't
But this-
Tom Holland almost die?
No, he doesn't almost
He
die.
does die.
Almost, yeah.
In Infinity War.
Oh god,
spoiler.
my bad.
Right.
Oh, he does in Infinity War.
Consequences.
Yeah.
there you go.
He's dead.
I mean,
saw-
that's
He
just
met
what
his
I...
ultimate fate.
When did Toby die?
Toby didn't die, but
Exactly.
he came close to dying in that first
But
movie.
he didn't
though.
die. There's no consequence.
No, but dude, okay, when he's fighting Green Goblin, you think that, oh my gosh, Spider-Man might die here. Like, he's being outmatched by the Green Goblin because he chose to save
Everyone.
everyone. And he paid the price, and like that final fight, man, he's almost dying.
You were thinking about all this when you were
Like 10?
yeah. How old were you?
Yeah.
No, you
Jeez Louise, Batman.
weren't.
No, because I saw that
Okay,
you
fuckers.
took the side of
Yeah.
Thank you,
Tom
Zach.
Holland.
I did.
Why? If you mind me asking.
I don't have a deep analysis like you did, but I don't know.
Okay, keep it simple.
He seems more like Spider-Man to me, especially like since he's not a 25-year-old man trying to play a boy.
That was
in
the
high
time
school.
of Mike. That's just what they did back then, man.
Well, they
I
also
think they
had
still do that, but that's up to
they also
debate.
had boys play girls back in the day in plays. They don't do that anymore.
No, I know, but still, like, what else about just him being a kid?
His acting,
You saying it's better than Tobey Maguire?
yeah, as being Spider-Man, yeah. What?
Do you agree with that, Andrew? Or whose side are you on this? Or do you
I
like
would
Garfield?
agree on that, but the reason why I picked Toby is different from both of your guys's.
Why is that?
Completely. I like the maturity of the Tobey Maguire movies in general more. I feel like it's just, for my taste, better. In the Homecoming one with Tom Holland, it's not as mature, and it's probably because he is in high school. But I feel like some of the, I don't know, the tone of it just feels like it's not completely made for an adult audience. Like for PG-13, it goes between like kids and then adults, and for me, I'd rather take the movie that's made for actual adults.
I definitely agree on that because for some reason I just felt like that movie was like not a joke, but it was just like, oh, we're not serious about this. We're not gonna make a movie where you have to feel or anything, right? It's just, let's just make a fun Spider-Man movie, have a little bit of jokes, and that's it. And I guess that's not exactly what I want. I don't know. It's just like they're not so good about doing that until Infinity War, obviously. That's what I felt it the most. But you're more with Toby.
Yeah.
What about you, Zach?
Nick Cage. I haven't even seen that movie. I'm a team Nick Cage.
Oh, you're
He's pretty good.
Spider-Verse.
He's a pretty
Yeah,
good Spider-Man.
the Spider-Verse. He's a Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
There you go.
Spider-Man.
Team Nick Cage.
But if you had to pick between Holland and Maguire
What happened to
What
Garfield?
about Garfield?
or Garfield,
Yeah, that was a serious qualm I had when I saw that.
His
that-
tweet.
The tweet.
That's
there was
true.
two options. There are 3 Spider-Men.
because he's
And then if you count Spider-Verse, there's, I don't know how many.
he's
more.
objectively bad.
But you're talking about consequence. Someone died.
That's true.
What's her name?
Gwen Stacy.
Yeah, that one. She died.
That's true. But I think, Andrew, didn't you like Garfield for a while?
Yeah.
The first one was good.
Yeah.
First one was
Second
good.
one was
The other
terrible.
one was trash.
Yeah.
Are you
Kind of
finally
like
agree with that? Or did you just admit that?
Maguire's.
No, I always thought that. The second
Okay.
one was bad.
That's good. Well, that's just what I think. I mean, like, Garfield, I felt like he was kind of portrayed as a punk kid. I don't think Spider-Man is like a punk kid, like just how he is. That's just how I felt with Garfield. Maybe that's why they didn't include him in the poll.
Probably.
That's just what I think. What do you think? Do you
But,
think that?
but there's different versions of Spider-Man, isn't there?
Oh yeah.
Peter Parker? No.
Yeah.
Who?
Who?
No, he means different. He knows there's different versions of Spider-Man, but he thinks you're saying different versions of Peter Parker.
Yeah, Peter Parker too.
Oh, really? Like how?
Well, like there's like the more nerdier one, and there's the one like he's smart in all of them, but some of them he's like more skater, like
Punk?
not emo, but like yeah, punk.
Just piece of shit.
What I felt like
not
is
just some
the
nerd.
Garfield ones. I felt. Did you guys see? Not see? Did you guys ever read the Ultimate Spider-Man comic books?
No.
He kind of reminded me of that. Kind of more like outgoing Spider-Man, more punk guy. That's what I got when I was seeing Garfield on the screen. I don't know, but so far I think we're 2 Maguire, 1 Holland, 1 Cage.
One Nick Cage.
Andrew, you've seen that. Is Nick Cage actually good in that movie?
Yeah, he fights Nazis, so he probably might be the best one.
He's basically Captain America at that point.
Really?
He's like 2
Yeah.
superheroes.
Really?
3 because he's already Nick Cage.
Oh.
He's already a superhero.
Yeah. You ever need to
If
find
you
treasure
are
that's
saying
national?
protector of
Exactly.
the
If you were
Gulf
saying that Nick Cage is not a superhero after seeing National Treasure, holy shit. You need to rethink your life, man. Because National Treasure, when that came out, guys, I haven't seen it recently, but when it came out, that was so freaking cool. What do you guys think?
No, it was great. Still
Probably best movie ever made still.
I've never seen it.
Wait, what?
Uh-oh.
I swear.
Got a gas
I
moment.
haven't.
You have never seen National Treasure?
No, I played Uncharted though, so I'm. I played Tomb Raider. It's all the same.
Troy Baker is not the same as Nick Cage.
Wait, so how do you know
Troy
these
Baker.
what Nick Cage movies have you seen to be in on the Nick Cage meme?
Ghost Rider. Ghost
Oh, yeah, he's
Rider
in-
2.
That's all he needed.
Ghost Rider 3?
What else is he in? I don't know.
He's Ben Gates, but you don't know.
That's not his.
The one about the
cherry on
numbers
top
that
movie.
predicts like all the natural disasters and all the people dying.
What the hell is that?
2012.
I remember that one. I can't
remember what
remember
it's
the
called.
name of it, but I know what you're talking about.
Like there was just some board he found with numbers scribbled on it, and like
Jumanji.
it gave like a date, a time, and how many people would die, and like that was the plot.
That had to be more of a serious movies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a more serious.
I don't know that one, but
Garfield.
Garfield. No, that's not Nick
He's not
Cage. That's Birkenmeyer. He played John, right?
Who the hell's Birkenmeyer?
The guy who plays John in Garfield. By the way, Garfield is amazing.
Garfield, yeah, it's a good movie.
The movie, heck yeah. Garfield 2, even better.
Tale of Two Titties.
Say Tale of Two
Titties. Two.
Tale of Two Titties. All right.
Man.
What the hell's wrong with
Now we
you?
lost our sponsors.
But I cannot believe you have not seen.
I can.
No, because I'm pretty sure you've brought up Ben Gates.
I know who Ben Gates is.
Oh, but
well,
you don't
we have
know-
to watch it
You
now.
don't really know who Ben Gates is, though.
I feel like it's just Nick. I feel like it's Will Smith all over again. He's just gonna be Nick Cagey in that movie.
You don't like Will Smith, huh? Like, you really don't like
I
this
feel
guy.
like he's very one note.
What's wrong with that? He brings charisma
one
to his
note.
movies. His Will Smith charisma.
Well, that's what you want to call it? Charisma?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Well, what do you want to call it? Will Smithness?
Yes.
You don't like Will Smith either?
No, I enjoy Will Smith. I enjoy Will Smith, but there's just some roles like if you were to take someone else out and put him in, it wouldn't work very well.
Yeah. Whoever decided making him Genie irresponsible.
Great.
No.
I think they did that so. I believe they did that so. Will Smith, so like the genie himself can actually sing the songs. So like instead of having another person sing them and then they just dub it over whoever they cast, I think it's easier that way. That it's Will Smith who actually can sing. So then Will Smith can just sing the songs.
You're right. Well, what if they make one of their songs a rap? Would you be like,
I don't know.
Would you be totally like turned off on that, or are you like, yeah, I could deal with that?
I don't know. I'll have to hear it. I don't know.
It would be weird.
It'd be so weird.
They would change the whole song and everything.
I don't know, man.
I don't know either. Now that you brought that up, because Will Smith has rapped before.
He has the musical talent.
He does.
Wow.
Oh, that's a
And the culture is like Middle Eastern. It's not really rap.
that's true.
Territory.
You're right. Yeah, but they're
What was the music before? That wasn't even.
That was like jazz, basically.
Yeah, it was more jazz. It wasn't.
Fuck jazz.
I agree with you on that. I mean, I'm not saying F
So you
jazz,
didn't like the music in the old Aladdin? I loved it.
I didn't
Yeah,
see
I
it
did
as
too.
But, ooh,
jazz,
what
though.
about the music in Jungle Book? That's jazz.
Oh, sorry, Michael.
Is it?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Jazz isn't just like the terrible stuff that there is now. It used to be good.
Yeah, there's a lot of good jazz. Louis Armstrong was jazz too.
The bicyclist?
It's Neil Armstrong.
Wow, you
The
got
one who was on the moon.
I think that one was Lance.
that's Neil.
It's only if you believe in
Neil was on the. Zach, stop.
Is it really a moon or is it a big wheel of cheese?
Have you been on the moon? No.
No.
So you can't vouch for it.
But I've seen the moon. It's the
You
moon.
see something that looks like a moon.
What would that be?
I've seen pictures of Bigfoot.
It's not cheese, Zach. How the hell
How do
would
you
there
know?
be
Have
cheese
you
up
tasted
there?
the moon?
No,
Oh, then you can't tell me it's not cheese.
it can't taste like cheese.
Got holes. Done.
There you go.
Those are craters.
It's Swiss.
Holes.
Hole.
And
I'm out.
Shia LaBeouf is up
that's
there
a good
just
movie.
digging.
Holes. Let's talk about Holes.
Holes. Is that a movie?
That's a national treasure.
Is that a movie you'll sit down to watch whenever it's on?
No.
I don't watch a lot of TV, so I don't know.
Mine is Men in Black.
Yeah.
What?
Because of Will Smith.
Because of Will Smith.
God, you.
Men in Black comes on, I'm sitting down to watch the whole thing. Wherever
Oh
it starts. If it's towards the end, I'm sitting down to watch Men in
Surprised
Black.
you don't have a shrine of him. Will Smith.
No, that'd be weird.
Would it? Mm-hmm. Huh.
It definitely would be weird. But that's one of my movies I'd sit down and watch. What about you, Andrew?
What? There's a lot. I'm a
Avatar.
Andrew
pretty
will
big
watch
whore
anything.
for
He's a-
movies.
he's a
yeah,
slut
Avatar
for movies.
Sure.
Avatar, 100%.
Yeah. But I don't know, because you're saying TV.
Yeah, just
I'm
like on like TV, like it's playing and you're like, oh shit,
That's a
on. I'm gonna
conundrum
sit
for
down and
Andrew,
watch that.
No. TV consists of commercials. And I'm kind of a cunt about those, so I can't. I don't know. I feel like most of the time, even if it's almost over, I'll stop or I'll turn the TV off and switch it to the DVD player and just slide the actual movie in and just watch it. Even if it's wherever we're at. Maybe if it's like halfway over, I'll just sit there and watch it. But if it's at the beginning or the middle, I'd rather pop it in on the DVD.
Well, you're asking about like TV shows we would stop to watch or movies?
TV movie. Like not a TV movie, but a movie that's on TV.
Oh, because... Yeah.
Like if you turn on TNT, like whatever's on.
TNT, TBS, anything like if they show like, National Treasure, for instance. Men in Black. Anything. Michael, give me something.
I don't... Come back to me. What would you stop? You said Men in Black?
Men in Black.
Give me
Men in Black.
Not a one-trick pony.
For sure. Saving Private Ryan. For sure. Andrew can vouch for me on that.
Yeah, he would.
Will Smith and Tom Hanks, those are your two lovers.
Oh, dude,
I swear.
They're so good at what they are, man.
Them.
Oh,
I guess.
What about you,
He's
Zach?
the Oreo.
Lord of the Rings. Or I'd consider The Hobbits, too.
Okay, but if those are on TV, wouldn't you rather just put it in? Because they make those very long.
Don't change the question, Andrew. The question was, if it's on TV and you don't have so much time, you're just like, okay, I'm going to sit down and watch this just because I have time.
No, I think if I'll just cut whatever I was doing out and just watch.
No. Okay.
I would actually stay and watch them on TV because they're usually like, what do you call it? The theatrical cut? Mm-hmm. I don't have that anymore. So like I always forget what the difference is, so I like to go and watch it on TV and be like, oh, so that's what they added, or that's what's cut out, and stuff like that.
So any Lord of the Rings,
Yeah, any of them. They're all great.
I haven't seen the theatrical cut in years.
I haven't seen it since I saw it in the theaters.
Wow.
And occasionally on TV, but I completely forgotten what the difference is.
I never really sit through the whole thing when it's on TV. Like I'll sit down and watch
like
a majority of it. Yeah. But like I forget like what they cut out in the theatrical cuts. It's got to be a lot, right?
Yeah. I mean, and the last one, they added almost like an hour.
That's true. So it is like an hour more, which is crazy, but
yeah.
That's cool.
Each one adds quite a bit. So it's usually pretty easy to figure out what's missing. Mm-hmm. But yeah,
definitely flows better because if you do watch the extended versions, there's some scenes it's like, I don't really need that, or it's kind of weird. That was definitely a deleted scene. They just put it in there. It's
just stuff like that adds a little bit extra, but isn't necessarily super important. So.
Oh, except the Saruman scene, Return of the King. Spoilers if anyone's seen it. Hasn't seen it.
Hasn't seen it.
He dies.
10+ years.
That's definitely needed because
15, 16 years.
What, like Two Towers, that's the last time you see him.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, where's Saruman?
He just disappears and then...
Yeah, because I remember seeing that, like, yo, where's Saruman? Like, they didn't even mention him. Nothing at all. And then you wait for the extended versions and, oh, he's dead.
He died in like 5 minutes.
Wormtongue's dead too. You figure that out. Spoiler.
After.
So wait, how come you don't want to watch Game of Thrones, Alex?
So one of the main reasons why I am not currently... and probably don't plan on watching Game of Thrones right now is because when it came out, there was a lot of buzz around Game of Thrones. And I think this was like during the time when I was watching a lot of The Walking Dead. And at that point, I was like, The Walking Dead is my show. I'm not going to let anything, break my show. This is my show. Until The Walking Dead started to tumble and get bad. And it just kind of fell behind. And I heard a lot of praise from Game of Thrones, right? But I heard there was but quite a bit of iffy episodes and iffy storylines when you don't really got to pay attention to that. Just wait for this and it's going to happen. It's going to pan out and stuff like that, right? And I think now I kind of just don't care all that much. Like it's ending and it's going to be cool when it ends because the fans are going to like it and that's fine. I just don't think I'll ever really be a fan, and I don't know if that's bothering you guys or if I really should actually sit down and watch it. I don't have the urge to watch it. It's not like I don't think it's good. I'm pretty sure it is good. I mean, it's everyone freaking loves it. But I just don't have that urge, and I hope you guys can give me an urge to actually watch it in time, because I know it's coming up, because I want to be part of this discussion. Why should I watch Game of Thrones?
Well, how would one give you an urge?
I can. Or I have a pitch for you, because...
Or yeah, give me a pitch.
Do you like... Have you ever seen House of Cards?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like that show?
Yes.
It's essentially that in, like, a fantasy setting.
Okay.
That's all it is.
Really?
Yeah. Don't think of it like Lord of the Rings. There's not, like... Doesn't go too crazy into, like, that fantasy.
Yeah.
Like, it's not very lore-based. Like, there's not all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's more, like... politics in a completely different setting.
Oh, so but
like it's all fantasy, so it's like their kind of politics. So like they're fighting for the kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's really fun to watch.
I want to know, because do they make the politics sound interesting, or is it kind of like boring?
Yeah, they do, because there's a lot of characters involved, and I think most of the time the viewer doesn't know everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there's that fun play to it. And then there's some like, I'm going to say side characters, but Zach, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but there's a couple of side characters that they know everything, or they know close to everything, and they'll drop a little hints here and there to the main characters, and then they'll get all flustered and try to figure out what the hell to do now.
Oh, okay. I see. What were you going to say, Zack?
And like, going back to what you said about like there being episodes where they're almost like filler.
Mm-hmm.
In The Walking Dead, yes, that happens a lot. In Game of Thrones, there aren't really filler episodes. There might be like a filler segment maybe in an episode, but the seasons are short enough to where they can't really afford to have much filler, if any at all. So it's generally all very important to what's going on. And as far as like the lore goes, like there is actually like quite a lot of extra stuff that you can know, but you don't have to. So that's kind of cool. Like if you're really into the show, like I know how you are like super into Star Wars and you like to go into a lot of the backstory of a lot of things.
Yeah.
You can do that with Game of Thrones, but you don't have to if you don't want to.
So it's not necessary, is what you're saying.
Not at all.
You can just watch the show and even forget a lot of stuff and you'd be completely fine.
So you're saying there's like multiple, like, is there multiple like main goals to the show, like, or is there just one single main thing that's it's all been building up to?
There's one main goal that is introduced in the very first episode. That's kind of the big overarching goal of the entire show, but it's kind of, there's other goals that show up throughout this show and throughout each season that'll pop up and kind of switch how things are going around, kind of shake up how the power is throughout that world. And it kind of makes it so it's not very simple, like, okay, we just need to get ready for this one thing and just work towards this one goal. We have all these other problems, and what can we sacrifice? What can we do to try and reach every goal without losing too much?
Okay. So I should definitely watch it then.
I would say yes.
Like the character building's really good. The world building's really good. It's a very pretty show.
There's a ton of characters, right?
Yeah.
So there's like a lot of like storylines.
To where it is now, there's a lot less.
Okay.
So I mean, take that how you will.
But like, did they do a good job with all the storylines, right? Or does it get kind of muddled at all?
If you're watching it like as it's going on, where there's 10 episodes separated by a week, and then basically a year between the seasons, it could get a little difficult. But if you're kind of binge watching it like you would be doing now, it's not that hard.
Yeah, I feel like if you were to watch it while it was going on, the only reason you get confused is because there's time in between them, so you may forget.
You're like, wait, who is that guy?
They have the ability to watch almost all of it at once. That is ruled out.
So there's like a noticeable passage of time that kind of makes it like make more sense then?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll definitely consider it, guys. Because I need to watch stuff, because the only thing I watch now is
YouTube.
Yeah, what is that? I don't even know.
Sports.
Well, I do watch sports, but Zach turned me on to a show like a few months last year.
Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting.
Barry.
Barry's great.
Barry's a great show. I think you, Andrew, you would
Love that show.
you would love that show. No, I'm serious.
It's only 8 episodes, so I mean, it's not that hard to get into.
But it's such a weird pitch. Like, I'll just give you a synopsis.
Yeah, you should, because I don't.
He's a hitman who wants to be an actor, right?
Yeah.
But he can't get away from his hitman life, so he has to find a way to cope with being an actor and a hitman, and he has to without spoiling, he has to use one to help another.
Okay.
So it's like a really cool dynamic. And Henry Winkle, he's really good in it. So is Bill Hader. I don't really watch or care too much about Bill Hader or anything he's done really, but he's really good in it. I think you should check it out.
Where do I watch this?
HBO.
Oh, okay.
There's like 8 episodes and you can get caught up like super quick.
Yeah.
They're not like an hour either. They're like half an hour. I definitely suggest you watch that.
And it's comedy, so it's very lighthearted.
Okay.
Generally.
You watch anything lately, Michael?
That's a no.
No. I don't know. I don't like hunt down TV shows to watch or anything. I just what?
I do, but I don't even watch them. I just list them.
Well, you already
to the
have so
list.
much on your plate. You're like, I want to get more.
Yeah, I
on
think
here.
every
This
day,
isn't enough.
almost every waking minute should be used for something, but I just shove it off. It's not good.
For the uninitiated, Andrew has a list of how many shows?
I think it's around 20.
20 shows that he's currently watching. That means he's not done, so he still needs to go through them.
Yeah.
Why do you open
I'm a
your
slut
legs
for
to any
shows.
TV show that comes your way?
Because my taste is not very specific. So literally almost anything will get in that range. That's
And then
it.
he just gets hooked so easily.
And most of the time, I don't know how this happens, but most of the time they're very good. So
Wait, what's the worst show that you currently watch?
Jane the Virgin.
I don't watch that shit.
How much is that?
I don't know.
I don't know what's the worst show.
Women?
I'd have to look it up. I don't know if you guys actually want me to do that now.
No.
I don't know. It would be weird. It won't be like, it's not bad like in terms of like the story's bad, the acting's bad. It's probably like a couple of minute things.
How it like goes, it doesn't get worse. That's what I'm meaning. It's like, is it getting worse to watch?
I think, well, I would say there's only one show. There's one show now that I think about that's like that. The
What is
Walking Dead.
Yep.
Right now, I'm still watching it, but
You are?
hear me out. Right, I am not caught up from where they are now.
How
Where
far are
I'm
you?
at, I don't fucking know. I don't even
Continue.
know
The end of season 8, I think that's when it kind of finishes that arc.
All right, the end of season 8. That's where I'm at. So right now, I'm pretty sure they're still doing season 9, but from what I've seen, like on the internet about what's going on with it, I am pretty sure after this one, I'm done. Like, I don't care. Some of the characters that are there and that they're focusing on, I don't give a shit
What show
about.
is this? I
So-
tuned
The
out.
Walking Dead.
I don't care for, and I believe that they like want that show to keep going indefinitely.
years.
So if it's with those characters, I'm kind of out.
And like the way they design their seasons, it's like 80% filler.
Yeah,
That's
So
what I've been
like
hearing.
there's probably 3 episodes throughout a season, maybe 4, that actually mean anything.
Really?
Yeah. And so it's kind of just like, why should I care about this show anymore if they're just wasting time?
When did you quit, Zach? What season was it?
I got to where Andrew is, and I had no interest to even rewatch this season. Like, Andrew's still going to finish the season.
I'm
I won't even
gonna do
start.
season 9.
Whoa.
I'm done.
I will. I don't even know. I might make it. I will 100% go halfway. I don't know if I'll watch the second half. I don't know. And that's just from seeing the stuff they put online and like the ads I see on TV for it. It's like, I don't know.
I feel like they're saving up for something like a big, I don't know.
The
like,
movie.
It's the going into
is
the
that
movies.
it? Are they
Yeah.
actually? See, that's what that really makes me mad is because are these supposed to be like prequels?
The movies?
Yeah.
No. It's gonna take place like I don't know.
From where they are now.
Yeah,
basically.
it's gonna be weird because the movies are being like made now, but the show is continuously keep going. So I don't know if it's gonna take place when they said they were gonna make the movies or when it's actually done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My guess is that the show, it's going to continue just being about like the relationship between the people and like their struggle to survive with whatever the heck is going on now. And the movies will probably like dive into like, oh, well, maybe there is a cure. What happened? Like some like big question kind of thing, like big idea. And I think that's the only thing that I would kind of want to see it for, because I am really kind of tired of just the struggle to survive, because you could tell that it's not really natural anymore. Like they're really just throwing things at them that it makes no sense anymore. Or it's like, how could this much bad stuff keep happening to them when it's either just their stupidity, which means it's just like bad writing, or it's just completely unrealistic that these things keep coming at them.
Because now it's just them fighting themselves, right? And they've been doing that for
Partially.
seasons
There's from the point I'm at, there's moments where the zombies get them, or they get in a pickle with the zombies. It does not happen very often.
Really?
But, yeah. But I feel like that's natural because where the show starts, it's kind of at the very beginning. And 9 seasons later, that, I mean, if the characters can't figure out how to kill a zombie, then, I mean, who's watching the show? But, you know, that's just natural. Like, of course they're going to get better at it. The zombies aren't going to get better at eating them.
That's true.
You're quite the trooper for TV shows that are going downhill. I hope that whatever career you get, you have the same integrity.
I am glad that you point that out. I will go...
Until it's dead.
I will probably not say what shows I'm watching for a while, because I don't want them to fucking get canceled. But here's the catch: the only ones that have been getting actually no, never mind. Most of the shows that were getting canceled were those Marvel ones on Netflix, but that's all business. That's not really they're canceled because they're low quality.
Yeah, no, that's all business.
Yeah.
So I feel like you hold out for TV shows, but maybe if you have one bad day at work, you're gonna consider quitting or something.
I don't know.
I don't think so. He's been put through the ringer with some
A lot of them.
some bad TV. I mean, the CW shows.
Oh yeah.
You tried your hardest with those, right?
Yeah, and they, I didn't, at first, when it didn't even occur to me that this would happen, but I think the season where me and Michael, because we were watching it at the same time, and we stopped relatively close at the same time, and I told him when I was done that they were going in a route like their show Supernatural. So for people who don't know about Supernatural is a show about these two guys that fight like fantasy creatures or monsters.
You haven't seen it, have you?
I've never seen. I've seen one episode.
Okay.
Well, okay, we should probably tell them we watched Arrow and Flash, like those TV shows, not like Supernatural and Vampire Diaries and.
Oh no! Yeah, I don't watch the Vampire Diaries at all. I've watched the DC superhero shows that are on the CW. So Arrow, The Flash, what is it? Supergirl, what is it? Legends of Tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that one. And there was another one called Black Lightning, but I stopped before that even came out, so rest in peace. But the reason why I bring up Supernatural is Supernatural has been going for a really, really long time. And honestly, I don't know anyone that actually watches it. Like, I've never conversed with someone that keeps up with it. I know people who watched it, but I don't know anyone who's like been there from day one and it's still going, like who waits every week. I don't know anyone who watches it. So when I told Michael when we first stopped watching the superhero shows was, I'm pretty sure they have gained a big enough audience to the point where they can literally do whatever they want now. Like, it doesn't have to be good anymore. It can be whatever they want.
Yep.
And their fan base, the ones that actually watch every week, are so dedicated that they don't care either. Like, they'll just keep watching.
You know what I've heard? What show's doing that now?
What?
Or has gained a big audience is Gotham.
Well, that's gonna be
That's
ending.
different because it's over.
That's true.
Or going to be over. I can't remember which one it
But
is.
remember when it started though? It was just like a cop show with James Gordon
It
in the Batman
flipped
universe.
that almost immediately.
Yeah, he did.
I don't think they were planning to go this route from the start because Bruce Wayne's already Batman at like 16.
Yeah, it's
17.
very odd.
it is odd.
I would say Gotham is more for people who know nothing about Batman at all, nothing.
You dumbass.
So they can literally do whatever they want because their audience is people who don't know anything. So, like, even in season 1, I couldn't watch it because I knew too much and I could see where they're going with things. And it's like, this is all wrong.
It's
But it's a show for
if
people
you're
who
listening
don't know.
right now and you watch Gotham, stick around because we need subscribers.
Oh, Zack, they need you.
No.
Well, they need you more, Michael, because they need you for their subscription thing.
They
The
need
DC
me?
Universe.
Oh,
Universal, whatever it's called.
I'm done with Marvel movies. That doesn't mean I'm gonna jump on DC movies. I'm
well, you
done
should.
with all of
Just
them.
jump trains.
No,
jump
no,
over.
no, 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 no.
I think Zack's
I want
all
the-
trains.
the rails to be blown up. I
Well,
want.
you want more space stuff, right?
Huh?
You want more like sci-fi
Sci-fi?
kind of.
I
I mean,
that
I
train.
like sci-fi.
think
I
Zack's
don't
a
know
fantasy
if
boy.
people are going
Well, he is a
to
fantasy boy.
make good sci-fi because there's a lot of bad stuff. Like,
How much fantasy can you do without it being repetitive? It's all the same.
I mean, you could say the same thing about superheroes.
Yeah, but that's just superheroes. Like fantasy, I feel like should cover like a wider thing, but they always go back to just
It's
swords and
usually
magic.
teens with a romantic interest and some comic villain that has no depth to them, and that's usually how it goes.
Ooh, I like that.
Oh,
He cracked the
Alex
code.
likes drama.
I do like drama, and it's hard for fantasy to work in movies. It's easier on TV because you're able to flesh out more of the stuff and not make it sound so. I don't know. Game of Thrones isn't cheesy to begin with anyway, though. But like, Warcraft was very bad.
Yeah, that was bad writing, bad
And
directing, just bad
I
everything.
could tell that there's a big world in Warcraft, but the way they put it all together is like, this is just cheesy.
Yeah,
Like they try to make another fantasy movie, but
It's
just not
hard
working.
because first of all, when you make something like that, probably one of the first things they talk about is how many sequels we want.
yep,
Which is good for them because it's all more money, but it's bad for the audience because I think now they know that they want sequels and they know why they want sequels. So a lot of people are like, well, I don't want to fucking give them more money. If it's okay, why would I watch more of this shit? So, but in fantasy, and it doesn't happen too much in sci-fi because, I don't know, sci-fi is a little bit different because you can do literally whatever you want. But in fantasy, usually the worlds that they make are big, and trying to scale that down, like, it's either you scale it really far down to where it's a good movie, but now it's like, okay, we have so much more stuff that we have to introduce, but we have so little time if we want to do that because we spent so much time on just a small thing. So now you have to increment your time to keep building. But if you have such a big like story to tell with so many characters and places, how are you going to do that? So usually what they do, especially in Warcraft, it felt like they're trying to explain a lot while they have very little characters, and you can tell that they're poking at different things that they plan on doing. But when they do that, it sacrifices the story, so it ends up being just mediocre.
that's true. But I think you're right on that because, and there's another point is when they do say we want a franchise, they want to pump them out fast, right?
Yeah.
They want to get them out within at least 2 years. I think that's another big bad mistake because sometimes it takes more time to write a story for that.
Yeah.
Like they're rushing and they're just like, well, we'll just keep that in there. We'll see how they feel about that. Maybe that'll work. Pff, doesn't work. Totally falls flat. Like, well, maybe if we took more time to write our story, but no, the studios want those release dates.
Yeah.
And you're right. It all comes back to the money, which is why I think sci-fi is a big risk and no one's wants to take that risk on the big screen anymore. Because Lord of the Rings did it, but Lord of the Rings was all shot at once.
Yeah.
And all mapped out. And that's why, I'm not saying that's for Game of Thrones, but Game of Thrones is being handled better.
Yeah.
Being handled with like care and stuff. Like they know what they want to do, and they've known what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
And these other franchises probably don't know, except maybe Marvel. But
it also helps that there's nothing fantasy related, really, between Lord of the Rings and then Game of Thrones, which is over a decade. So it, that helps.
Nothing good.
Nothing good, yeah. So like of high quality. So when Game of Thrones comes around, of course it's gonna get pretty fucking big.
yeah, and plus like they're already putting out The Witcher's coming on Netflix, and Lord of the Rings show's coming on Amazon. So I think they're finally realizing fantasy does not belong on the big screen, which I would love to see. Of course I would, but that's just not how it is now.
I think you need to do a lot of like the world building on TV because you have so much more screen time. So you can do a lot of that like a little more boring stuff where it's just kind of fleshing out like who people are, why they're there, what the place is like. And then if they can do a movie, if the show is successful, like to do like the big budget stuff, like all the big storylines, that'd be kind of cool too. But
That would be too. I just don't think they're doing it right. Like, it's all money when you come down to it. It's like, how are we going to get the most money? Which is what I think about the new Hellboy. The new Hellboy, to me, looks like, let's get money. Let's get the guy from Stranger Things.
They're not gonna get any money.
No, they're not.
they're not getting my money.
Suck.
No, the way they market it is pretty bad. Like, it seems like they've showed a lot of their key points in the movie, and whenever they have characters talking, it's all jokes. And I've never read a Hellboy comic, but I feel like it's not like that at all. Like the comics, like I don't think, because what the trailers are, like what is actually happening seems pretty serious. Like not very lighthearted at all. Especially since Hellboy is from hell. And the people he fights are from hell. Hell's not a very nice place, so.
Are you sure?
No, that's funny. Yeah, keep going though. Keep going.
But so when they have like all the dialogue is in their marketing, so the trailers and commercials are all jokes, it kind of ruins the mood. Like Hellboy's fighting demons. I don't think everything.
This is not a laughing matter.
Yeah,
You're right.
This isn't a laughing matter.
I want to bring up that point because I think we can all thank Guardians of the Galaxy for that. I feel like a lot of movies are going into that type of mentality, right? They're like, "Oh, Guardians did it."
That was like kind of the thing for Suicide Squad.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys are familiar with Masters of the Universe,
No.
like He-Man. Well, apparently, there was like it's like, I've heard that it's like Lord of the Rings meets Star Wars in space. That's what it's like. That's like the mythology and stuff. And I've heard like one of the writers is like, yo, this is going to feel like Lord of the Rings and we're going to get sequels. But recently what I've heard is the studio's getting like fear of that. Like, no, let's make it like Guardians. The people like that. And I think that's like what they're doing with Hellboy. And Suicide Squad too.
Yeah.
They want to like get that, hey, we're serious, but we're not that serious.
Yeah.
And it should be a serious matter, but it's not. And I'm not a fan of that.
Well, it's just easier to sell comedy, and comedy reaches more audience people. So,
But I feel
Family friendly generally.
yeah, I feel like you're right about that. But I think when it gets to when you actually sit down and watch the movie is when, oh yeah, they just showed the best parts, the funniest parts. That's exactly what I felt like when I saw Suicide Squad. It's like, oh, they got me.
yeah,
They
and
got
that
me.
turns out the whole movie is that.
Yeah.
It's joke for every.
As soon as I
Part.
saw Suicide Squad, I was like, oh, they got me.
Yeah.
Hard.
It wasn't like real conversation. It was just
Nothing.
the dialogue to push the plot and filled in with jokes
Yeah.
every scene.
And
So it was
as I
horrible.
keep sending out a follow, I'm like, Jesus, man, what's going on? What? But you know what? Like, every so often, like, a good movie comes out, right?
Yeah.
And right now, it's the new How to Train Your Dragon movie. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm looking forward to seeing it because I've seen the first two, and they're pretty freaking good.
Yeah, they are really good.
They are really good. Like, they get, like, very little recognition compared to Pixar and Illumination now. It's because probably they just don't put out as much movies. But, like, what's your favorite DreamWorks animation movie?
My favorite?
Favorite.
My personal favorite?
Or the best.
Oh, the best
Whatever you
one?
think is the best or your favorite.
Well, what's your favorite? I swear, if you say
Yeah,
Shark
you go
Tale
first. You go
because
first
of
since
Will
you're asking.
Smith,
No.
I'm gonna
Give me some
punch you
time.
in the
No, I'm not
face.
going to say Shark Tale. That's
Better be Boss Baby.
that's a bad movie. Shrek 2.
As the best one?
The best one.
Okay.
Because I think Shrek is their best franchise and their best characters. And their best like character and characters. And I think Shrek 2 is the best Shrek. So it's the best.
Oh,
DreamWorks
Shrek.
movie.
Oh, best Shrek out of the other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure the best one. But for me, it's the best DreamWorks movie. For sure.
Michael.
My gut instinct is Shrek, but I look at the list and it's like Madagascar,
Madagascar's
Captain
bad.
Underpants, Kung Fu Panda, B movie,
Captain Underpants is not better than Shrek.
Spirit. Remember that movie? The horse.
I never saw that movie.
I think I've seen like
Oh.
half an hour of it and I did not like it
Neither did I.
Well, when did you watch it? How old
think
were
I've
you?
seen it.
when it came out.
No, you were just
Like I saw it as
A
a
wee
kid.
lad.
ants. Whoa.
Ants.
Zach, that's
Is
got
that
you
yours?
all written all over
I,
it. Zach.
I'll save it for now. I won't get too into it.
Andrew, what is yours though?
So my
I think I know what it is, but go ahead and
I
say it.
think probably my favorite and the one I think is the best one is probably Shrek 2. Because Shrek 2 does the thing that literally every other franchise out of animation or all genres tries to do and top the first one and be better. And so many have failed
Yeah.
in all genres. And somehow Shrek 2 does it, which is weird. But it's able to build off of the momentum and characters from the first one, add new ones, and actually give a compelling story that gives good like character development for the main characters like Shrek and Fiona. And yeah, and I think pulling off a animated movie for kids involving marital problems like that is bananas to even think about. Like even when I watch it, it's like I'm watching Shrek and Fiona like go through marital problems and like think like how did a theater of kids like
Enjoy
this.
Right.
Like they're just fighting as wife and husband. Like
They are.
why is this funny?
And that's a good analysis.
Yeah.
It's really
Because
good.
it's very like a pretty mature topic. Like,
is.
They're fighting and they fight with the in-laws and everything, and they have it's just pretty mature topic, dumbed down for kids, but still has the seriousness to go along with it.
It does. Makes you care about it.
Yeah.
It's not one of those movies that's just like fart jokes and shit like that.
Yeah.
It's Shrek 1 for me.
Really?
Yeah.
How come?
Sorry. Well, I don't know. I just like it more. I don't have the energy to
Well,
go
Shrek
into
1
this.
is good
and I was-
because the main premise of the movie does something that it
He
doesn't really
rescues
go
the
on.
princess.
Like, it does the thing that's supposed to do. Shrek is a fucking ogre, and you're not supposed to like the ogre.
They're flipping the
but
fantasy.
then you do like the ogre.
They're like flipping the prince and princess. Not the princess, but like how. Well, yeah, the princess kind of in the
It's
end.
the whole like
Yeah.
the bare
just
bones
flipping it.
basic story, but flipped.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that's what I like about it. And like all the characters are just likable too.
yeah.
The
Donkey,
Muffin Man.
Muffin Man, Puss,
Cookie.
Introduction of Puss in Boots, man.
Wait, was he in the first one?
No, who's in the second?
Gingy?
Okay. No. The cat.
Who the hell's Gingy?
Gingy's a
Gingy?
gingerbread
Oh,
man.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, Puss in Boots. Yeah, he's in the second one.
But I know why you say that, Michael. The first Shrek is amazing.
I
Like, it's
probably
better
like the
than
first
live
one, too.
action movies.
It is.
But other notable ones of like DreamWorks that I like, How to Train Your Dragon 1. I like that one.
Me too.
Kung Fu Panda 1 is very good.
I'm surprised you did not put that at your top one because you always reference or bring up Kung Fu Panda.
Kung Fu Panda is very good. I think it gets like more of a bad rap because it's Jack Black, and most of Jack Black's jokes are kind of the same, even when it's Jack Black the human and then animated
You're
version
right.
of Jack Black, basically.
You're right. Yep.
But the main story, like if you get to the very center of it, like throughout the story, is that it doesn't fucking matter who you are. You can still be the Dragon Warrior or whatever.
You can be.
Yeah.
That's a great. You're right. It's a
Because
fantastic
everyone
story.
in the movie doubts him, even though like the wise man chooses him or
Even
says
him?
like he is the guy who's
Chris,
gonna
you're
save
right.
us.
All the characters. Dustin Hoffman as Shifu. Mm-hmm. He is such a great mentor to Poe.
Oh yeah.
And Tai Lung I don't know who voices Tai Lung, but he's also very good.
Oh yeah, Tai Lung's a very good villain for the
Nicolas
movie
Cage.
and everything. What did you say, Michael?
No.
Nicolas Cage was in that
Cage
movie.
voices
It would jump up to
Tai
greatest movie of all time.
Can you imagine? Zach, what about you?
But you know, I gotta do it. It's
Ants.
not only the greatest DreamWorks movie, but probably the greatest war movie ever filmed is Ants.
Or ever drawn?
Yeah. Oh man, it just works on so many levels.
Yeah.
You know, they're trying to get food. Mm-hmm. He's trying to find himself. He doesn't like being just a worker
Why
ant.
the hell do you like that and not Bug's Life?
Huh? Well, it's just so much better.
Oh,
It's
you-
so much.
Damn you.
Bugs Life isn't a war movie.
Yeah. When do they fight
It's a
termites
war
in
of,
Bugs Life?
Will they fight a
them
bird?
against the
They fight a
the
bird and
the carnies.
were they wasps or
the
what were they?
carnies.
I don't know what they were.
All I know is termites. And then, what was it? Bugs Life, they fought
The grasshoppers.
grasshoppers. That's
Yeah.
right. Which would be even bigger than what they were in the movie.
Oh yeah, they were grasshoppers. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be so much worse.
Oh, you know who I liked in that was the little tick. You remember that guy? He got
I think his
bouncing
name is Tick. But yes, I knew. He's the guy who
The
runs
main
the
carny.
carnival, right?
Yeah, he's the main carny.
Ooh, that guy was so
Head
funny.
carny.
Yep.
He was funny. Him, the ladybug, and the caterpillar as like the duo. Those are good.
That you're right.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, hang on. The worst one, because there's some bad ones.
The worst one?
One of the worst ones
Oh
in DreamWorks,
gosh.
because there's a lot.
Throwing a curveball
I
now.
think I have mine,
Well, now I gotta look at the
but I'm
list
waiting to
again.
hear you.
Yeah,
Just
this isn't fair.
As,
You had time to study
as a
this.
final thought before we go off.
The worst one? Fuck. I do not.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. Out of the ones I've seen, because I haven't seen all of them.
I only watch the good ones.
Yeah,
I don't watch the bad ones.
A lot of the ones I have seen, I like a lot. So I guess one of the worst ones that I have seen, I guess Shrek the Third. I guess, like, because it goes way off of everything else that it's done for the other two. But I mean, it's probably not the worst one if you go down the list of all their
Because we
stuff.
watched them when we were kids, so it's
That-
like in our eyes, those are all good ones, and the later ones are probably the bad ones. But we didn't really watch them,
Yeah,
like
I will-
Home and Trolls and
I've seen Home. That one's not that
Turbo.
bad.
Turbo's okay.
Did you see Turbo, Zach?
Nope.
Oh, I saw Turbo when it was on Netflix. It's okay, but the one for me, Madagascar 3.
Which one was that?
That's the one where they actually
They're
go
in
home.
like Europe, and they're in a carny group of animals, and
That's how they manage to get home because
Yeah.
the carnival goes to.
Oh, I never watched that one. Shoot.
I've seen it I've seen probably
it
half, like the middle part of it in like 5 minutes.
And that's what I feel like with that one. I feel like that one kind of goes like, it's so different.
It's very different,
And
but that one's weird. That one's a tricky one because at first when you watch it, it's like, oh, okay, they're on Madagascar because it's called Madagascar. Yay! And then the second one comes around, it's like
Yay.
we're escaping. It's like, what? Oh, like they want to go home still? And then at the end of that one, they're like, we'll just stay. And then the third one comes out, and it's like, oh, they actually really do want to go home.
and then they didn't make it and went to a different continent, and then they go home.
And then they actually go home. So it's very weird because in all of them, it seems like, oh, okay, so they're here, they're gonna stay here in the first and second one. But then the third one comes out, it's like, oh no, we're sending them all the way home. So it's just, I don't know, it's weird like that.
It's weird.
Because you would feel like, no, they're gonna stay at this new place. They tried, but they found out that the new place is their new home. But no,
And that's what I really didn't care for at all about it. Like it was just weird. Like it didn't make sense. It didn't fit to me. And I feel like at that point the jokes were really getting worse, for me at least. And the highlights of their jokes are, for me, when you first see them, like in the first movie, when they all show off how Alex is who he is, Marty, Ross, and then whoever the hippo's name is. That's when I feel like that's their funniest moments.
Who's your favorite Madagascar character?
So Swear to God, Alex, if you say Alex.
That's what I'm expecting. That's why I wanted to ask.
Actually, I think Alex is pretty freaking annoying. I would say
I do too.
The lead penguin.
There you go.
The penguins are
The
definitely
lead penguin.
Yeah,
The
'cause
penguins
They're
are-
there.
they're
Just
the
for
highlights.
comedy.
They are
like
the best.
C-3PO
They have
and
their own
R2-D2.
damn
They
TV
are.
show.
There for the comedy.
They are the best. Like those other guys are fine, but when those penguins are on the screen, and I'm laughing.
Yeah.
And I remember a couple days ago you were showing.
Yeah, sure. You were bagging on Madagascar 2 so much. I was like, this piece of shit.
That's your favorite one out of them, right?
Oh, yeah. The first one is great, but the second one has some moments because
It's got Moto.
Yeah.
it does have Moto. But one of the other aspects of Madagascar 2 that makes me laugh uncontrollably is the fact that they basically rip off the Lion King in that movie. It is almost brings me to tears. It's so funny.
No,
Because they have a fake Mufasa and a fake Scar. Oh, it's so good.
What about when Avatar ripped off Pocahontas?
Who the fuck cares about Pocahontas?
Oh my god. It's the same thing.
Oh, it's so much better.
But was Pocahontas in 3D? I
Definitely
don't
was
think so.
non 3D.
Pocahontas, a
technology
sci-fi
for
movie?
that.
No.
Was there unobtainium in Pocahontas?
Pocahontas
think
is just
so.
a romantic movie.
No, it's not. Well, you say the same thing about Avatar. It's kind of romantic.
This has some sci-fi in it.
That's the tipper. It's got to be sci-fi.
Yeah. Well, that tips it all the way. There's blue people. I don't
You
see
just
blue
love your
people
boy
in
James
in
Cameron.
Pocahontas.
Your boy James Cameron.
Blue people in 3D. That's all you need to know.
Mm-hmm.
We done here? Mm-hmm. You're gonna leave it off at that, guys. Thanks for listening to this episode. You can catch our previous episodes on YouTube, podbean.com, and Apple Podcasts. We'll see you guys next week.